Hello, as you can read, I am Silver. I am here not to teach you how to use Claude Code because I'm still learning myself, but I want to show you how I use Claude Code to build software. Hopefully, at least some of you can take some tips from my flows, and yeah, any kind of feedback is welcome. I know definitely there are gaps in my build flows where I can improve. So yeah, any kind of feedback is always welcome. So about myself a little bit. I have been a software developer for 5 years, and 2 years before that I spent in Tartu University studying computer science. So about a little bit more about my software background and current state where I am is that I'm a Stebby developer, like Stebby background developer. I've been working in Stebby for 3 years, and yeah, for the last year or year and a half, I've been building a web agency with two of my friends, co-founders, and when we built the web agency, at some point we saw that we didn't have a portfolio item for eShop, and two of the co-founders were padel enthusiasts, so we built a Padelhaus eShop too. And yeah, as we are all experienced people, so this shop started taking off, and yeah, currently it feels like the biggest project I'm working on time-wise. This is where most of my time goes. So yeah, I've been using Claude Code to build different kinds of software projects for since the end of last year, since the end of 2025. And yeah, to show you exactly how I use it, I will show you the most recent thing that I built. And it's a WordPress plugin. So our eShop is in WordPress WooCommerce platform. And yesterday we had a video call with our new accountant who is using Merit Aktiva accounting system. And we needed to integrate our eShop to the Merit Aktiva platform. So to do that, first thing, always I try to search for existing plugins. I found that there is one. I downloaded it, tried to use it, but I discovered that there were many things missing that I really needed. So I would downloaded it. I will show you the UI. So this is WordPress admin where the plugin is installed. So I entered all my details, went over all the configuration, and discovered that there are things that I need, but this doesn't have. And also what I didn't like about this plugin is that I only need this Merit Aktiva part, but it has a lot of bloat that I really don't need. So natural thing to do, talk to Claude Code and make my own plugin. So I will show you the workflow that I use. Okay, so this is PHP Storm, the main IDE that I use. And here I wrote this very basically a brain dump prompt, all handwritten, what I want, what I have already, and then I instructed it to check all the configuration I have already made in the video call with my accountant, so it wouldn't lose that when the new plugin has been built. So yeah, basically just everything that I need and what I don't like with the existing plugin. And yeah, that's it. So this is a brain dump, and always I do a brainstorming session at first. So what this brainstorming session produced me, like I pasted in this whole prompt, then it interviewed me about different gaps or things that I haven't thought of, or what I would like to have in this end result of the plugin. And yeah, so what it produced, the first session, is this folder here. So it went through this existing plugin, listed down what it actually has, what it does. Then it probed Merit Aktiva API and wrote down all the notes for the next session. Here it listed down all my original requirements that I have, and then came up with a plan. So yeah, this is the whole plan, what has to be built eventually. Now, how to achieve it is like you can't use AI. Like AI doesn't work good if you give it too big task at once. So you have to split it into reasonable sized chunks. So what I always instruct AI to do is give me a handoff prompt. So it's using one main agent, Fable 5 at the moment. That's the like frontier, the best model that I know. It uses a Fable 5 model to be top level orchestrator that spawns different sub agents to complete smaller tasks. And when those sub agents are finished, then there is a review loop, and the Fable agent also reviews the whole development at the end. I will talk a bit later a little bit about this review loop step that I have. So yeah, basically it builds a handoff prompt that I just copy paste from this part, and yeah, then here the whole process is explained, that I use worktree, so I can do parallelized development with different agents. Yeah, Git worktrees, use them if you already don't. And yeah, here it says 4 pull requests that will be made. Every pull request is logically scoped, easy to review for both me and the agents. Yeah, so this is the handoff prompt that this first brainstorming session produced. And then I just copy paste it, start the fresh session, set the model to Fable 5, and yeah, let it run wild. Then I went to sleep, and in the morning I woke up and checked what it had done. So what it had done, let me go back, is basically 5 pull requests. First is the main feature branch, into which all the smaller ones get merged into. As I am solo developer on this this project, then I don't see a need for Jira or any kind of workflow management software. I don't see the need to create a Jira task for myself and then execute it. Instead, I told to AI. AI knows why I want to do something. It writes out the what and why to the pull request summary for future AI sessions. So whenever a future session wants to check history, it has been instructed to read the pull request summary plus the comments. And yeah, this is how it keeps this memory if it needs to find out the reasoning. This is just one layer, there are many layers. Yeah, so every pull request that gets developed by a sub agent, this top orchestrator who handles this feature branch, spawns a sub agent for each of these small pull requests, and it always decides whether to use Sonnet or Opus. I don't tell it, Fable just decides. And when the development is done, pull request is up, then review loop is done. What is review loop? Yeah, this is how I name the action that's taking place, is that it fans out multiple sub agents. In this project there are 5 code review agents, and even more, 10 in total. Yeah, okay. So basically there are 10 different sub agents that verify different parts of the code. Everyone has its own dedicated thing to check, and their responsibility is to just post as many comments and issues that they can find. And at the end there is a scorer agent that reviews all the comments, gives score from 1 to 100 for each comment, and it discards everything that gets score below 80. So everything 80 and above is an issue that must be fixed. So those issues get posted to the developer agent who wrote the code for this branch. If issue is fixed, review is also triggered again. Now this back and forth cycle can go on maximum 3 times. If it happens 3 times and there are still issues to be fixed, then the review stops and waits for the human, because it means that something has gone wrong somewhere. The plan wasn't good enough. If it makes so many mistakes, then something must be off. Then it stops and waits for the human and tells why it stopped. And then I will check and will decide if I go back to the drawing board, or do I have to adjust skills, or I have to adjust some kind of harness. Something must be done. It needs some kind of action. But yeah, as you can see, this pull request, no issues. And let's check the others too. Yeah, no issues. Just a summary comment. Yeah, here too. Yep, no issues. Yeah, nothing had to be fixed. And all these small pull requests got merged into the main one. Then as a final step, the main orchestrator, the Fable 5, spawns another Fable 5 agent to review his work. So this is like the core principle when you use AI. Always have a peer agent verify every step. When you make the plan, let another agent verify the plan. If you make development, let another agent verify the development. So yeah, everything is always verified, double checked and verified before I start reviewing. And yeah, basically this is how the actual development cycle ends for me. Then I will open it, I will review the code myself, I will test it out in browser, and if it's okay, then I will just ship it. Okay, yeah, so this plugin got developed. Yesterday I discovered that I need it. I tried out the third-party plugin, it didn't work out, and then I gave it to Claude. By the morning I had a working plugin myself that I don't have to pay for, that is lightweight and does exactly what I want, has all the extra features. So yeah, that's just one small plugin. Now I will show you another project that I have built in the last few months. It is our in-house software, only localhost, so dummy data, nothing special to see. But yeah, it just gives us some kind of visualization, like what's going on in the shop. It shows all the products, inventory. It suggests what kind of orders we have to make based on the history, like how often the products move. Yeah, it alerts us of dead stock if something is on the shelf that hasn't been sold for a while. Maybe we have to do discounts. And yeah, here we can do stock takes. So basically inventory checks. We can use mobile phone to scan all the barcodes that we have in the warehouse, and then at the end the result, it shows if we have any issues. If there are, it automatically fixes things. Yeah, here we have all the orders. One good thing that we have is our AI reads our customer emails, and it generates draft emails. So every time a customer writes to us, AI spins up, it checks the previous history, searches for similar answers that have been answered before, and writes the draft response. So this is how it helps us with customer communication. And also, if in the customer communication we discover that there are something that must be done with the specific order, then it leaves a note. At the moment it's localhost only, so yeah, I just created this example for you to I just created this example to present this functionality to you. It reads emails. When it discovers that we have to do something with a specific order, it automatically posts note to this application. And we can always give the feedback to Tommy. Yeah, Tommy is the email agent. And yeah, this is how AI helps us to manage the stock. and yeah, it's been a great help to us. Again, on-demand generated software, we just need a feature, we discuss it in Slack, not Slack, we use Discord, and when we have reached the state that we decide, okay, we need this feature, I will just copy paste the Discord message link, give it to Claude, and then Claude will generate the plan, review the plan. If it's okay, then it executes the plan, it triggers the review loop, and when all the reviews have been done, everything has been verified. If needed, it also tests in browser, opens Playwright, opens real live browser, clicks everything through, and if everything is okay, then I will come in and check if it really is okay, and if it is, I just click the button and we have a new feature. Okay, now the final thing I will present to you is third project, a client project that we started about a month ago, called Elamus. It's basically a gift card platform where people can come and buy different kinds of gift cards. So documentation is one of the most important folders for me. Like, as time has moved on, then I realized that this documentation is most important if you do AI development. Here we have all the briefings, client video calls that we have had. We always record our video calls, transcribe to text, and feed the text into AI. Where I document all the conventions that I want the AI to follow, decisions we have made over time, the reasoning why something was decided, and core business logic, and everything is documented in the files. So yeah, when I started this project, I let the Fable 5 agent take in all the knowledge that it has. It generated a roadmap, split it into different phases, and each phase is like a logical step for an overnight run. Like, I will start an agent, tell it to follow this main orchestrator cycle. So there is Fable 5 agent that orchestrates the development, splits the tasks into reasonable sized pull requests, does the development, does the review, and yeah, basically this is how it goes. So okay, so what I wanted to perhaps show here, I have, like, this is the most recent project, and this is, I think, the most proper project that I have built so far. So it has a lot of different skills. Skill for, like, always ensuring that every write operation is wrapped in a transaction. How to make changes in the admin panel, what to keep in mind when adding migrations, how to do it safely, how to build the front-end stuff, what skills, this also tells what kind of other skills to use when you do front-end work, how to verify front-end work being done, how to deploy the application, what kind of different environments we have. Again, the review loop that I have explained previously when I talked about other projects. SEO is important, so this is one skill that is used during development. And yeah, test-driven development also is something that my agents always follow, to write test first and then the logic. Yeah, so these are the skills I have. So the AI always uses the skills to execute stuff, and documentation to get some reasoning, get some context, and yeah, then it just builds, and I verify that it builds correctly. Yeah, so one setup thing that I'd like to mention is that I have this brain project where basically I keep a summary of all the different kinds of things. Like, basically everything I do, Claude always refers to this project. Yeah, it has like quick documentation about all the different projects that I work on, all the people that I work with, and basically everything about me and about this whole machine. This is my brain vault. All the memory goes back into this. I, of course, I don't do manually, like writing all these files. AI does it. Yeah, and that's it from me. And if you have any kind of questions, then feel free to ping me.